Good afternoon. Myself, Rajendra Lakre, Assistant Professor, Department of Beverages, Global Institute of Ayurveda. Now we are going to see a different topic, that is Introduction to Statistics. Basically, this topic deals in research methodology and statistics subject. So why CCM has introduced this research methodology and statistics in fourth year? As per their views, after passing out BMS, some many of scholars they go for PG education and other education. So in the new inventing field of research, everyone should know basic things about the research and statistics. So now we will do the introduction of the statistics. So the statistics. Basically, the word stat we have to see for the first statistic word. Now, the word statistic it is derived from Latin word status, and or we can say from the German word statistic. Both these words they means political state. Now, what is political state? Political state means an active state, okay, which is active in nature. Now, this statistic it is a branch of mathematics. Generally, we know about mathematics. Mathematics means equations, formulations, and addition, subtraction, many more things that comes in mathematics. So, generally, statistics is a branch of mathematical techniques or processes of gathering, organizing, analyzing, interpreting numerical data. Generally, when Latin say that statistics deals only with numerical data. When we have to undergo for non-numerical data, at that time we have to change that data in the numerical form, and afterwards we have to deal with that data, or we have to do our procedures on that data. So generally this statistic it was first introduced as a different science than mathematics by Sir Ronald A. Fisher. Hence he is termed as the father of statistics. Basically, many formulas, many equations, many procedures have been introduced by Sir Ronald A. Fisher. Hence, and many more things about statistics have been defined by him only. So, he is termed as, or he is awarded as the father of statistics. Now we will see the different definitions of statistics. Many authors, many statisticians, they have stated their definition, statistic definition according to different means. Initially, statistics it is a science and art that deals with numbers. Many, basically all the procedures they are with numbers only. Then, statistics is the science of estimates and probability. This science it deals with estimates. What are the estimates? Whatever the outcome we gain from a equation, they are termed as estimate and probability. What are the probability? Means different kinds of probability, whether this or that, whether that or then. These are the probabilities. So statistics deals with that only. That's why the definition is statistic is the science of estimate and probability. Now the statistic it is generally used to collect summarization, presentation and analysis of data to get information based on objective basis. Now what is an objective basis? Whatever we have applied the parameter or whatever the parameters are used they are termed as objective. In research, basically, whenever any person he undergo for research, in his research he have to state some objective parameters, some subjective parameters. So, what are subjective parameters? Whatever the person or the subjects which are entered or enrolled in the study, they are termed as subjective, and the parameters or the symptoms or any data what we gain from that subject it is called as subjective parameter. Now, what is objective? Any procedure that are performed on this subject and the data which is obtained from that procedure is similar. For example, if we underwent blood investigation in a person who is included in a study and his blood investigation say HB%, TLC, DLC, they are the objective parameters. Okay. Now, observation made on subject. Whatever observation we are going to make on subject, whether it may be living, non-living, any kind of thing. So that that comes under statistics. Then controlled objective methods by which group trends are abstracted from observation. They are called as statistical methods. Now, what is medical statistics? It is a different terminology nowadays. It is introduced by due to new emerging researches in the medical field. Now, medical statistics, it is the utility and application of statistical methods. Whatever the statistical method we are going to see, its utility and application in the field of medical science. It is called as medical statistics. Whatever the statistical method we apply in our medical science. Now next, uses of statistics. Here we are going to use the statistics. Generally, when we have to go for descriptive information for any population, if for any population we have to create some descriptive information, like in India we have to create descriptive information on COVID, on tuberculosis, on cancer, then we have to go for statistics. How much our Indian population is there, how much population is affected from a specific disease or disorder or any kind of condition, that we have to analyze, that we have to get our outcome, and then we have to present in the population. Now, if you go in today's media, you will see only about corona. This much percentage of patients are died. This much percent of patients they are suffering from corona. This much patients have been newly detected. What are these percentage? These are generally based on statistical data. Prioritization of problems. Which problem we have to prioritize? Now, in our society, we deal with cancer, diabetes, accidents, snake bites, any kind of situations which are morbid, which have morbidity on population. So we have to do prioritization. See which problem we have to face initially. Now, this new from 2020 coronavirus has introduced. So now we have to fight with this corona. Then we have other viruses like diabetes, cancer, and everything. Prove association between variables. Now, what are variables? Variables are the data or whatever the data we get from our studies. They are variables. So we have to prove between association. What is association? Whether the two variables are associated or not. They are dependent on each other or not. This we have to prove. Prove relation between risk and disease. Now, what is the risk factor for any disease condition? That you have to prove the relation. Just like for now, initially no one was knowing that cigarette smoking is a risk factor for cancer, but now due to the research, they have stated that cigarette smoking or alcohol consumption is a risk factor for cancer. Compare new rates with old ones. So this here also we use statistics. Compare local results with foreign ones. Here also we apply statistics. Evaluate health programs and services. Now, whenever there is an implementation of new health programs or new health program, at that time, this statistic is very much helpful because whenever at any time for introduction of any health program, we need how much population is affected from specific condition and how much government can spend money on that condition uh, to get its population healthy. So at that time, this statistic is applicable. Now, importance and scope of statistics. At statistics, it is having its own importance in generally for getting an idea of meaning of an average, variation, what are variations, what is average, relationships between variables, sampling, what is sampling, how to read charts, table, pie diagram, anything, whatever we have to put in our research work or whatever we have to implement. It, it An example, see, whenever government wants to go for any health program, he will show us that this much amount of population is affected from this condition. So government will spend this amount. So this average and sampling, it is based on statistics. Other part of statistics is that it helps in understanding of all kind of sciences, whether it may be of psychology, sociology, health sciences, economics, physical science, finance, whatever it may be. See, there's an example. If government is supplying medicine to a PHC for free of cost, and the government wants that this medicine, particular kind of medicine, should be supplied to that rural area. So government knows due to the statistics that certain area is prone to a certain condition. Example, if we see that some damp places, they are prone for cholera, so government will give anti-filarial drug to a particular area in 6 months, six months interval. One example is that if anyone wants to go for research in neural tube defect, the neural tube defect, it occurs in 1 in 1,000. So if we want to get research on that, we can't take 100 patients of neural tube defect. Why? It will be very difficult to get this such kind of patient. So for that, we have to go for only 10 patients or 20 patients. That is also for a certain area. So for this statistic is important. A scope. It is essential for long range of planning agencies, ranging of concerned population, concerning population, any kind of implementation of new programs and new techniques in the population. Here we have scope of statistics. Now application, where we apply statistics. Statistics generally is applicable in connection with the presentation analysis of observed facts. Generally, whatever facts we are going to observe, whatever facts we have observed, we need to analyze it. We need to present. We need to present in front of subject. So, in that, statistic is applicable. Correlation between two variables. We have to search for correlation. In National Health Program, priorly I explained that association between two attributes, study of positive factor in epidemiology to find difference between mean and proportion of vital events of health status of population at two different places. Generally, we have to see vital status in two different places. We have to compare them. Means if a person who is living in Himalayas, his vitals will be different from the person who is living in the desert area, or the person who is living in the, near to the seashore, because he tends to live at high altitude, the person tends to live at low altitude, their vitals will differ due to this geographical or environmental condition. If a person who is living in sea level, if he went to an Himalayan ranges, then his vital will be different. So this needs to be vital status. Now, why we have to learn this statistics in Ayurveda? What is its scope in Ayurveda? So generally we know Ayurveda is a Shashwat science. It is a Shashwat Shastra. So whatever written in our Shastra, in Ayurveda, it is Shashwat. It is immortal. It never going to be changed. So if we want to apply, even in Ayurveda, statistics has been mentioned. Due to statistics, we have get our whatever our types of doshas, type of diseases, all things this has been decided on the basis of statistics only. Many words that are related to statistics like Sankhya, Ganika, uh, Anuvation, Ganuvation, these all that comes that can be explained as statistics. Tantra Yuktis. Many Tantra Yuktis they give the statistics. So, generally, whatever that is mentioned in our science, that can't be changed. That will be as it is. But for this new condition, for this modern era, we have to revalidate. We have to re-establish for current wisdom. Natural process of scientific activity. Whatever the scientific activities like Panchakarma and other procedures which are mentioned in Ayurveda, we have to see their process. Now, what are the fields in Ayurvedic research? We have literary research, fundamental research, drug research, pharmaceutical research, and clinical research. Now, what is the meaning of literary research? Generally, literary research it involves displaying transcription, translation, then transliteration and interpretation of available literary material. Whatever literature we have to transcript it, translate it, transliterate it. The fundamental research. Generally, whatever the fundamental sciences like uh, uh, concept of Agni, concept of Panchamahabhut, three with icons, all these we have to explain in the term of modern science. So here is the scope for research. Drug research. Drug research includes taxonomy, pharmacognosy, cultivation, farming, agronomy, everything in case of herb, how we can develop a herb, how we can cultivate in different kinds of environment, uh, different origin of its geological study. It also applies in Anukta Dravya, Abhava Dravya, Pratinidhi Dravya, extra form of opium drug, everything. Pharmaceutical research, how to collect raw drugs, how to process it, different kind of processes for shodhan, how different kind of processes for change of form. This all comes under how finished product it will hamper the body or how it will hamper the normal physiology or pathology. Clinical research. This includes on subjects like clinical trial on animals and on other things also. So here we have the scope in Ayurveda for statistics. Now what are the limitations of statistics? Generally it is not suitable to study qualitative phenomena as priorly I said. The statistics can't be used on non-numerical data. It is only used on numerical data. So here it is somewhat its limitation. It does not study individual. A single individual can't be studying statistics. We need a group of people. At least 30 subjects should be there in a study. Statistical law are not exact. Generally, this law can change for according to the phenomena, according to the condition, or according to our needs. It is liable to misuse. Generally, many scholars they misuse this statistics due to lack of time or due to their biases. So this in this limitation system. So thank you. We will meet with next topic. Next we will see data.